ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode today as we're back here for some more Austin FC manager career mode, of course, with our manager Javier Morales. So we're back here today as we're going to get into some action here with Minnesota. As you see, we're in the MLS play right now, currently with 22 points right now, sitting in first place. And we'll see where Minnesota's at here in just a bit. But of course, Sounders right behind us with 19. And of course, the Earthquake with 18 points. Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City with 15 points. Houston with 13 points there in the top 5. And of course, Portland and Dallas round out the top 7. So far we're looking pretty good right now. And we're still a young team, and kind of overshooting where we were supposed to be, at least in this season. Take a look there. There's the Eastern Conference standings right now of what's going on in the East, and of course, not too worried about them. But Minnesota coming in today's game, which is a simmed game. Minnesota certainly sitting currently right now at number 9 in the MLS West Conference with 8 points, and Minnesota right now in 8 matches are 2-2-4, and they have given up 12 goals this season so far. Now, the last match they had was against Dallas, and where they met Dallas and won that game, which was, I believe, a road game, and they won that one 1-0. So not too bad for there. Of course, the last 3 games before that, they have been 0-2-1. So they're trying to get back in the good graces of trying to get a win and trying to stay alive here in the West. As you take a look at some of the standings or some of the numbers there for some of the players when it comes to statistics for the team, and you got a couple guys here with 2 or more. I think got at least 2 guys with 2 or more goals right now. Of course, they are doing a great job with the assists. Everybody's getting helping out one another on trying to score, and then of course you got some guys there who have a couple of yellow cards. Now, as for the MLS right now, of course, we're the top goal getter with Dajet, who's been doing very well. Of course, he's also one of the top guys in assists as well. So he can score just as well as he can pass the ball and get others to help score. So not too bad there for us. And there you see some of the couple of Minnesota's players there on that list there as well. And of course, we're looking at some other stats there: assists, yellow cards, and of course red cards for the season so far here in MLS play. So like I said, we're kind of overshooting here. We have not lost a game yet, and of course we're due at some point here. this might be the game that might actually happen. Not trying to jinx us or anything like that, but with a young team like this, what we have, and guys are not that experienced, and as a expansion team, we're not expected to win. But we are winning. We're winning games here, and like I said, we are going to be winning. Of course, most of the games we've played so far here have been user played. So, once we start getting some of these simulations here, we'll probably start, losing points and losing some ground in the West there. But like I said, for the most part, we are going to have to play against some. I want to be challenged. That's the thing. I want to be challenged against like games like we had with Seattle recently here, both in MLS play and in the U.S. Cup. So take a look here. We went and simmed it, and we quick simmed it, and there you see Minnesota got us for the first time, getting that L, putting that L on us. 3-1 is your final score, as Jimenez was the only person to really score there for us. As guys did not do so well. And possession wise, that's pretty accurate what we've been doing as a user. So we had 5 shots, 4 chances there in that game. So pretty similar to what the user, aka me, is doing currently with this club. And of course, like I said, we had to make some changes in some areas for the most part. I think we made a couple changes on the back line there to kind of rest some guys up and get some playing time in here as well, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get some of these young guys in here to get some playing time and get them to be able to get the opportunity to really get on the pitch and show what they can do as a player, mainly on the defensive side there. As you see, Jules there, he was actually offered a loan to buy, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to see if we can try to get just a loan here for him. We're going to actually do a 2-year loan there, as he's going to go to one of the clubs there in Europe. That will also really get him opportunity to grow as a player, because he's a 46 overall right now. He's a CV. So if he happens to develop over there, which that's the whole idea of putting him on loan, is to have him develop somewhere else. They can work with him, because obviously they're wanting his service, because they need somebody to be on the pitch as soon as possible. So that's the best way to do it. He has a pretty good high potential there. So if if we get this 2-year thing, especially if he's doing really well in development, and if we need him for whatever reason, we can recall him back and have him come back. But I think having him over 2 years, I think it'll really help his career, and not to mention help us in the long run when he'll be ready to go to play here, and he'll have that experience there overseas. We can bring him back over here and help us out with putting together a team somewhere down the line. So we take a look at the Eastern Conference. We're going to get ready to play the first game we're going to actually play here is against Columbus Crew. Columbus Crew currently right now in second place, in 5th place here. This is our second home game actually of the season, so believe it or not. We're going to take on MLS, or take on one of the teams from the MLS East Conference with 15 points. They're in 9 matches. Columbus Crew are 3-6-0, and they have given up 8 goals this season. One of the best defensive teams right now in either league or either conference right now. By far, probably one of the best in the league overall. And of course, we just got over a loss here, so now we got to try to do our best to come out here and try to score, and just to do as best as we can against this team. Columbus Crew, I've had troubles in the past and past career mode or manager career modes, especially with supporting Kansas City, and just in general, just playing them, and just from because that man right there, this guy right here, who is a pain in my butt. And we're going to have to try to do our best here against him, Zatters, as he is just one of those. He's a cornerstone of that club. Obviously, he's the man for that club, and so we're going to try to do our best to get around him, because he can put the pressure on you pretty quick and score pretty often whenever he wants to. So that is going to be our job here, to make sure we do not let him score. And of course, we got to be able to do a better job here. I think I'm getting more and more as I play this career mode and also playing just outside of the career mode, just trying to get familiar with the team and the players. Because I haven't updated the rosters just yet. Because right now we're of course in IRL, we're in the middle of a transfer window. But I'm just trying to get used to this play formation because I want this to be a play formation that we use for a while. I probably won't change it, or at least try not to change it until the next season. So we'll change it during the off season. Maybe a new look, new feel. But if everything's working just right, then especially if we get to the playoffs, we don't necessarily need to win a MLS Cup. He almost had that one in there. Try to get that in there, but it's gonna be denied. But if we don't necessarily win an MLS Cup, I mean that's I would not really expecting it, but at the same time, it'd be really cool. But then again too, if we just make it to the playoffs, if we just get a playoff appearance with this formation that it's completely foreign to me. We're going to continue it and just continue on. We'll see what we can do with it and kind of build on with, like I said, with the great, assets that we've acquired with youth academy and stuff like that. That's going to be really helpful for us later on down the road here, as Finley's going to get this one set up for Dajet, and that is going to be a goal. First goal of the game here against Columbus. It is 1-0. Nice play there from the guys there. Of course, Finley, one of my favorite players out there. So definitely by far one of my favorite supporters right now, with the exception of my all-time favorite, Johnny Russell, Sporting Kansas City. But one of those great wingers that really does a great job there helping out and not necessarily worry about scoring, but just more so worry about how he can help the striker or the cams. Be able to score there. Of course, Finley's been able to score here from time to time, and we're gonna try to do our best, try to help those wingers out there from time to time to get a chance to get a scoring opportunity. As Columbus here now goes here at this, and that's a nice job there. Of course, we've seen Stuver from the last couple of episodes there had a little tough time there with Seattle. As he was getting battered around and had a tough time, had all those crazy, just ridiculous saves that he had to try to do. And now you see Sporting Kansas City trying to get this one in there, and then, dang it, come on, guys, we almost had that. As now we're looking for another banger here, and that's going to be another one for our Dajet. That's his second of the day. And Columbus Crew, where are you at? They have given up now 2 goals here today. Remember, they're the least scoring team that does a really good job here, not giving up least scoring attempts on a team, as they've only given up 8 goals this season, but now so far they've given up now 2 here alone. And I think the numbers was probably somewhere around about 1 per game or so, something like that. So yeah, they've been very stingy defensively, as we'll see now here. Zaire, geez, we got to get that one there. We cannot let him Zaire there get a hold of that football there, because if we do, we're definitely going to be in trouble, as we give up a interception there on that attempt trying to score. Now we got to try to circle the wagons on this man right here. We cannot let him score. Philly does a great job there getting the ball there for that tackle. As now we're trying to find Finley here. Finley, there by himself here. Finley looking for somebody to help him out. Finley's going to find somebody. We missed that one. We completely whiffed on that one. I think it was Cedric there. As he just completely just whiffs and misses that play. We could have 3-0 going into half, but unfortunately, it's going to be 2-0 as we go into halftime here, and we'll try to see if we can try to tack on some more goals here. We're sitting pretty right now where we're at, but of course we're playing against Columbus Crew, so it's never a good time here. As Dajet, come on, that was bad. When I first looked at this, I'm like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And I'm like, okay. Never mind. Maybe it is that bad. So he's got to be more disciplined on that. That was just a boneheaded play there from him. As now Finley here going for it. Finley gets tripped up but holds on to the football. Oh no, he got a little got a little injury there, so hopefully it's not too serious. Dajet now here going for it, going back outside the box here and trying to maybe set something up for somebody else here. And that's what I like about these guys. They do a great job here setting each other up for chances and opportunities. There you see, oh, that was dirty right there. We should have had control of that football. Goalkeeper should have never been able to break that up against us there, as we still had control over it. As now, he knows he missed that one completely. As that he goes try to go off the far side there, and maybe try to hit off the goal post here. See Dajet going for the goal here, and now that one's gonna be blocked. As that's a good job there for the goalkeeper getting in front of that one and making a nice deflection. It's still 2-0. As you see this second half, pretty much you see Columbus really trying to make an attack here, like you see here in this one. Oh, good job there, moving the ball back and forth here. And that one gets into there. No clean sheet for us, but the big man, Zara there, gets a goal. That is going to be his first goal here today as he, get right up on the screen there, bro. And that is going to be a goal for Columbus Crew. So like I said, no goal is safe, especially against this Columbus Crew. No lead is safe whatsoever. So we got to make sure we do not let them get an equalizer here, because we still got plenty of time for that to happen. So we want to try to avoid that as all as possible. As you see again, now going on the attack here, trying to, again, just doing a good job here, setting things up. And just trying to get this one. This time they're going to go in long, and it's a second goal. Oh, my God. That was outside the box. Man. And I was anticipating for it, too, the whole time. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, they're going to get a goal here. And it's not going to be in the box. It's going to be outside the box. And it's going to be either some kind of cross kick, or it's going to be something right in front of the goalkeeper. He can get, and he won't be able to get to it. And yeah, he got to the ball, but he deflected it in the wrong angle, and he got a hold of that bar there on the deep or the narrow or the. Oh, I forgot. I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They got it on that bar there opposite there, and then did a nice job. As Jet gets the goal there, number 3 for him. He has a hat trick, and he is making sure that the fans here in Austin are going to go home with a very, very good feeling here as they get a third goal of the day here. Makes it now 3-2, but again, we cannot celebrate too much here, as this ball game's not over with yet. We've seen crazy things happen in this game. If you've played FIFA, you know things are not what they seem, especially in the last 2 or 3 minutes, because you always have that extra time. And usually it seems like for me, I always have that extra like 5 minutes or more. I don't know where this extra time's coming from, but it's not cool at all. But as we see, there is going to be a penalty. And so we get a free kick opportunity here. So, again, trying to do something here for the free kick. And, nope, that's not going to happen. Still have not pulled off one of those just yet. In any of the FIFA games I've been playing here. And I've been playing quite a few since 2018. As now we try to go for a cross kick here. No, can't get that one in there. And that's going to be later on. Or at that point, it was taken out there by Columbus as we try to go for a header. Can't get the header quite there, as that's just not going to be good for us. Now, as you see Columbus here on the attack here again, our defense trying to set back here, trying to get in front, right in front of them. Nice job there, as we're able to make a nice attempt there. Now we see the Gallagher here. Gallagher going here, looking for somebody here. Can he get? No, he can't find nobody. He's going to try to finish off for himself. Now find somebody, as Flaglez there tries to make an attempt for the goal, but unfortunately that is going to be it, as DC, our boy, gets a hat trick here today. 5 attempts, 3 goals there for the Austin FC striker. As we move on here and win this one 3-2, walk out of here with 3 points. Luckily, because like I said, after they made that first goal, I'm thinking like, this is gonna be a long day. And it was. And like I said, our guys did a great job there towards the end, squeezing them. I wish we didn't give her that second goal, but it happened. But then after that, we were able to play a lot more tighter defense, because something told me just that second goal was just like, I just kept having this feeling how they were setting themselves up. I'm like, they're really trying to stay outside the box. Like, they're really trying to keep that box open. Either they're going to try to sneak somebody in that box, or have me play as close to the outside of the box as can, so then they can do a cross kick of some sort. Try to sneak a guy in there for a cross kick or whatnot. And no, they rifled it. I mean, put it right in front of our goalie face, and unfortunately, he got a piece of it, but unfortunately, just did not. It went in and went off the bar on that far side of him. So as we take a look at some of the numbers here, guys did a great job and pull off the win. Of course, our guy Dejed there got player of the match, obviously, with the 3 goals that he had in the game. So let's go ahead and take a look here at some of the players here. I think this is our youth squad here we're looking at. And we're looking at some of the players that we've recruited here. We got a lot of 15-year-olds that we hear, and I've noticed too here that of course, every month they give you a report of what the players have done. If they're overall, obviously you'll see if their overalls go up or down, but also you can see their potentials. And I've seen a lot of potentials start to shrink quite a bit, and I want to keep them somewhere around that 80 mark. That low to mid 80s mark. And of course, obviously if they're, because some of these guys, they came in here, they had a 94 over potential, and then, after a month of play, they're obviously they'll either maintain their potential, or the potential will start sliding, and you start getting a better look and a better feel of where the player is going to be going at. Not to mention, it does help to have that little cheat there online where you can look up the players' overalls and stuff like that. You can put their name in there, and you can see what their potentials are, so that, which also helps out. Now, I will say, unfortunately, I screwed up one thing here, and that was there was 3 goalkeepers, 3 United States goalkeepers, young guys. There were 16 that I did not get to sign because we went ahead and skipped, or we missed. We did I think it was near the first of the month, and I didn't have enough room on this roster here to put them on there. So I started going through this, as you see here, and we started to get rid of some of these guys that are just they're when I looked up where they're at, and then look at their potential, their true potential, where they're going to be at. They're like they're basically their ceiling. I was like, okay, we got to start cutting the fat here. So we got a lot of players. You see here, we decided to just like, okay, nope, we're going to get rid of you. You got to go. And I was trying to make sure that we got rid of guys that I knew that they were in a log jam, and they wouldn't be, because obviously because a lot of these guys were going to be, if they brought up to the senior team, they're going to be, automatically going to be going to the trade window, or transfer window there. But then also too, some players like, okay, we got if we do have a logjam, they probably won't ever see the pitch. So let's just go ahead and get rid of them. Or if their development is slow, if they haven't jumped up too much, and of course, obviously, if their development has declined, we'll start to get rid of them and kind of ship them out. So that's what we did, so we can make some more better decisions. I'm trying to get better at that when it comes to the players like this, and that's exactly what we did here today. So we kind of went through there and kind of just went through the players and started going. And of course, we're looking at a lot of South American players. We got a few players from Europe. But of course, we're trying to find some people in our own backyard here in the States, and then, so what I did was I would have the scouts go back to the United States, see if they can find some different players that can help us out. And the one guy that went back to the United States, or I should say stayed here in the United States, he gets a pretty good judgment. So he's going to bring back some great players here. And so I'm really going to, first chance we see, first report for the next month we get, I'm going to go ahead and if we have those 94 overalls potentials like you see here, we're definitely going to go ahead and sign those guys, because the worst case scenario, at least what I've seen online, a lot of people say, when you do find those guys that have a potential in that high 90s, especially if they're 90 plus, they're usually their ceiling is usually around 85, 86, 87, in some cases 89. Not too often they're at 90s. And of course, if they are that way, usually you have them for about 2 or 3 years, and then you have to get rid of them because they're just too expensive. So you start selling them to some of the English teams and other European teams. So that's fine. That's the whole point. Soccer is a huge turnaround of players coming in and out. So that is perfectly fine with us. So we'll try with that. We'll try to have that kind of strategy going into this, and I think that will be really helpful. It'll be really good. So I'll leave a link here down below. I think I did it in the last episode, but I'll leave a link of that website if you guys don't know about it, where you guys can go and check out. It's also a really good site too if you're a huge Ultimate Team fan for FIFA. They have some really good things on there where you type in a name and you can look up a player's FIFA Ultimate Team numbers, so you can see what the cards are and all that kind of stuff. It's a really cool site. I heard a lot of my friends were talking about it. They gave me the website. I went to check it out. So, but they also do career mode. So if you're looking for a player, you want to know before you scout them, you can kind of look on there on that website and type in a name. They have both the real and fictitious players in the game. So definitely, if you don't want to do any scouting, you want hey, I want to look up such from one of the teams from the Premier League, but you don't want to scout him, you can go on there and look, and it's like, okay, let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and sign him and blah blah blah. So that's kind of another way, I guess. Yeah, it's not, well, some people might see it cheating. I don't see it as cheating. It's just another tool that you can use to help you make better decisions on signing players. But if you want to do the traditional way and do it, which we're going to kind of do both here in this series for certain players, and as we move along here in this series, that's something that we could definitely I've been using now here for a while now for this series, and of course my other series there on the second channel. Definitely go check it out. It's the Manchester United Devilish Empire series over there. So, but yeah, we got a lot of 15-year-olds here. We got quite a few 16-year-olds here. But like I said, we got a little bit of logjam because, like I said, we're really trying our best to get some of these guys that I already have on that came from the youth academy now on the senior team, and a lot of them I'm trying to get them playing time somewhere else so they can get that experience, because that's what all this is all about, just getting them experience, and then have that 1 or 2 years experience away from us, and they can develop somewhere else and then come back and play for us down the road. But of course too, if there are some players here, which there are a few players here that I do want to keep here on the roster, there are youth academy players that I can bring up to the senior team, and we'll do that. And of course we are still going to move some of our older players too as well, because those guys we can definitely, if we can get some decent cash out of them, sell them to another team, not just overseas, but also right here in the Premier, or right here in the MLS. I mean, there's some teams that are on the are on the other side there, or they're making it, especially if we're not in the position somewhere down the line here, we're not in the position to be in the playoffs. We can give that guy who's in his 31, 32 or whatever the opportunity to be with a team that can help him get a MLS Cup victory for him. So and of course Hector is one of those players that we're looking at to possibly move there. Like I said, we got some young guys that I'm really kind of excited about bringing up to the senior team. So Hector Jimenez is one of those guys there, and of course here he's talking about playing time. And there you see another player. Kind of surprised about the move that we made. Ethan Finley, I know I said earlier he's one of my favorites, but he definitely is. But right now we're just testing the waters. There's nothing wrong with testing the waters. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be sold, but it's just the idea is like, hey, I'm just letting you know there's a good chance that you could be moved for the team. And some of them are say they're unhappy about it, but they kind of understand. And of course, there you see Folk, one of the prospects that we picked up in the youth academy, and we went ahead and let him know that we got him called up to your senior team. So he's going to be a part of the senior team, and that's going to be helpful for his career. All right, so we got one more game we're going to get into here before we take off, and this one is going to be another played game by me, as we're going to play against Portland. Now, Portland right now is a third home game, and they're currently in 5th place here. As I'm looking at the screen now, I don't know why it's at 3rd place, but this is our 3rd game at home. That's what I was trying to say there. But right now they have 16 points on the table. Portland in the last 10 matches are 4-4-2. In the last match they were hosted Minnesota, and they won that game 3-1. So Portland, one of those teams, like I said, I think I said this before in past episodes here, this is one of those teams like in the West that I really need to play. Teams like this is one of those teams like Seattle, like Sporting Kansas City, that are dominant in the West, and me personally, I had to play against these teams. These are teams that I have a love-hate relationship with, but at the same time, they're kind of the key teams out West. I would even say maybe even the 2 Los Angeles teams that we have to kind of fight against there. But we are in the West, and there's going to be a lot of craziness going on, and we have to try to do our best here against them. And like I said, this is one of those 3 teams that we have to take on, and we'll see quite often here in this series. So we're back out here again at Q2 Stadium. Beautiful stadium, beautiful concourse there. And of course, we're going to go out here and try to see if we can bring home another 3 points. And there you see, they're already talking about him breaking history here in competitive record there for MLS. And it'd be cool if we did that, but that's not necessarily important right now. But if it happens, it happens. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not trying to make that as a goal for us, because our goal right now is really just trying to make it to the playoffs, and we'll try to do what we can do with this team and try to bring in some youth into this squad here, and that's what we're trying to do our best to do here. And I think so far we're on the right track of doing that. And of course, right now we're winning games, and that's what we're all about, trying to be a successful expansion team and go in here and kind of shock the world and shock the landscape of MLS. As we'll see, we're in trouble. Mora's here with the goal. He gets the goal just 3 minutes into the game. This is, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We have to play this team, and we have to play them right. And there you see Mora gets a good job there. Just gets the ball right there. Good passing there from the Timber there. And Mora goes on the outside post, gets this one, and that is going to be a goal. So nice shot there, as you see Javier Morales not happy with his team, the way they're playing right now here, especially giving up a goal there within the first 3 minutes. That is, I don't care if we are expansion team or not, that is just not allowed. Blanco now here going for this one, and a nice stop there from Stover, as that's a great job there. Unfortunately, I wish he would have done that the first time around. Mora now has the ball now there to Blanco, back to Mora. Williamson has the football here. Mora going for the kick here, and again a nice stop from Stover, as that's his second save now, as we'll see another chance here for Portland, as they're wearing their pink kits here. And we'll see if we can make a stop here, and that's a nice job there as our goalkeeper gets in front of it. Now, here we finally get to see our guys now trying to go for a trying to get a chance here to try to score goals here. And this is pretty much how the game was going for the first 15 minutes there. I mean, they just did a great job. And a great play there. How did he get that in there? That was a great play. Oh my, we have to see the replay. Come on, monkeys, hit the replay button. Let's see how that happened. This was a great job there. I didn't think he had the angle there, but he angled it. Oh, good job. He got him, had him pop it straight up against the bar. Had the goalkeeper as close to that line there, and I guess he figured like, hey, I can have him pop it up and pop it in, pop it up and in, and that's exactly what he did. But yeah, what I was trying to say about Portland is that Portland did a good job here these first 15 minutes there defensively. Keeping that ball on that their 1/3 of the pitch there, and just not allowing too much. They did a great job of closing off our passing lanes, and just like again applying that pressure, just like Seattle did in that first game we played against them. Portland did a pretty similar kind of style there, and I recognized it, but I just for whatever reason, it's just one of those things you just cannot stop, and you're like, okay, Williamson, jeez, guys, got to do a better job there, as there's a man right there could have easily scored their second goal, as we try to get to halftime here and try to at least keep this as a 1-1 game, but again, Portland just applying that pressure and just kind of putting the screws to us. And making sure that we just did not have a chance. And there you see, now we cannot be, I was going to say, we cannot be losing the football here like this. And now Felipe goes for a goal, and he gets the second goal of the game for Austin, as that is going to be now a 2-1 game, as we should be in extra time here in the first half. And a nice job there. That's the way we got to go in here and go to finish off the first half. Going to the second half, we got to make a statement here. Let them know that we might be the new guys in town, but we're not going to act like the new boys in town. As we're going to go out here and put our heart and soul into this. Of course, a great fan base here in Austin that's going to be behind us, and that's what this club is doing, and showing off the love and just what this team can do, and just because we seen what this team did during the during the preseason. I mean, we were down by 4 goals and came back and won it 5-4. Against one of the top Mexican squads in that North American Cup run. So I mean, if we can do that, we can pretty much do anything we can and anything we want here in the MLS. So as we see another great forward pass there from the Timbers, is now again on the attack, and like I said, just get some great setup pieces here and just doing what they can do. Here we're smarted up somewhat here, as you see Jimenez there. Now come on, now pass the ball, give the ball to each other correctly. Got to do this crisp passing. We got to do a better job of that. As nice, good job there, get in front of the man and get in front of that pass. As now we're back on defense here, and there you see there's 2 brothers actually for Portland here that are really good, and they were really getting on my nerves. Oh, come on, we gotta get to that. Jimenez there trying to get the ball out and get it back to the center of the pitch there. As now there you see the Chora brothers. I think that's what they are. They are just that could have been bad. Would have been really bad. That could have been really bad. Just did not do a good job there defensively there on that one. Thank God he was off target there with that pass. So again here, just kind of play some keep away here. Well, of course, I would like for them to play keep away here on the other side of the pitch. As now we try to go for here Lima going for a cross kick, and that's just a little too much there, Lima. As that one goes on the back of the net on the opposite side there. As again, there you see just that good pressure there, getting right into the defender's face, or the opposition's face there, I should say, and then just making a hard time for us to pass or just do really anything with the football, just not giving us any kind of breathing room. And that's what you want to see from a defense, and of course they've been playing together for quite some time now, so they're pretty experienced on doing that and being that kind of. See, look at this. This is crazy. Just trying to keep Trying to keep the defender right off of us here. As you see, we don't want to get caught in that right there. So now we'll see here, goal, and that one gets in there. Nice play as Austin again gets another goal here. I think that's Finley. Yes, it is Finley. Gets his first goal of the day, and Austin FC takes a 3-1 lead here in the second half. As we take a look at it, look, nice shot there. And like I said, they were just putting that pressure on us. But of course, if you put all that pressure on us, especially you're double teaming us. In some cases, they were triple teaming us. If I find that man that's open and can get down the field, I mean, you're pretty much in trouble. There's not much you can say or do. It's Felipe now here going for it. Now I'm going to forward pass here. Lima going here. He has one man to help him out here as he go. That one's getting denied, but we hang on to the football here. But, we're going to be called offsides there. It's Dresser there. Oh, come on. That was a really late call there from the officials there. Even though, I mean, we didn't even get the score, didn't even score there, but and then I kind of thought about it, I'm like, well, if they would have scored, they would have said, oh, yeah, you're offsides, It's like, so I'm kind of glad they did call it there, but, yeah, anyway. Should have called it when they seen it. Don't wait. Now we see a cross chance now here for the Timber, and Timber just can't do anything with that one there. As that one's just a little too much there, a little too high there to make anything go. And that is how this one's going to end, as we are able to survive here at home. So far of the three games we played at home so far, we're 3-0. So that's very nice to say. And also, not to mention, we've been pretty good, doing a good job there on the road as well. We had that really tough road trip to start off the season, and now we're playing a lot more home games here. This is gonna be nice. So as you see, they're 3-1. Morrow got, of course, scored the goal in the first 4 minutes, and thinking of when I was playing it, first half when he scored that goal in the 4th minute, I'm like, again, this is gonna be a long day. If he's already scoring within the first 4 minutes of the game, and our defense is this trash, this could be a very, very ugly game. But hey, we got out of it. There was some very high tensive moments, we with the defensive pressure there, but that's something again we have to work on, and we got to get better with, and we will get better with. Guys are getting stronger and showing a lot more promise each and every game, and like I said, with the healthy rotation, we can get in there and get some guys and get some fresh legs out there, because we're getting the kind of the mid part of the season. Then I think we'll be a really good team to make the stretch here. And like I said, that's going to be the tough part. It's those final months. The months in August, or I should say September and October. That's going to be really tough for us. So we'll have to rotate, because we'll have more domestic games, or more the domestic cup games with the U.S. Open, and then of course games are going to get rescheduled and moved around, so it's gonna get tougher. But like I said, we gotta get some fresh legs in there. Of course, we got the window right now that we're in, the transfer window, so that's opened up. We can start moving guys around in that, and of course calling up some of our youth academy players to help us with those fresh legs, because that like I said, that's gonna be really, the youth is gonna be very, very important for us going into this transfer window, and then of course right afterwards. So transfer window wise, I don't know what we're gonna do, because like I said, the window is open, but we have got a couple games coming up here. We got the Los Angeles game, Sporting Kansas City, and of course Seattle again, but this time at home. So we got a lot of games coming up here. We got at least 4 games. There was 5 games, but that was that. We just finished that first one there. But yeah, we have quite a few games coming up here. We got 2 more home games and 3 away games coming up. So I don't know exactly what the schedule is going to be like for the next episode. I think we simmed the LA game, and I think we're going to be playing the KC and Seattle game, that's for sure. Like I told you before, we're going to be playing those teams regardless. So yeah, we'll send that LA game, and then of course, like I said, Sporting Kansas City and Seattle, and of course we'll be looking at the transfer window coming up, as well as we're gonna be looking to see if we can kind of boost up and beef up our back line there, because that's where I feel like we're struggling at the most. So. But we'll see what we can do, and of course, like I said, move players around. We're gonna sell some players here at some point. Like I said, Mendes being one of those players that we could possibly trade or sell off, and then yeah, just see if we can find any other youthful players that got some time on the pitch overseas, and if we can bring them over. If they're pretty reasonable wages wise and stuff like that, we can bring them over and do something with that. But that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next video will be another Rooted in Austin, which we'll talk about this kind of stuff. Talk about more front office stuff and moves that we like to make coming up in this window that we're currently in right now for the season. So that's it for this episode of Austin FC Manager Career Mode. Stay tuned for more here, you guys, here on the channel. As like I said, we're doing a good job here. We can do, and of course, there's some areas in the game we can do better in. And we're going to try to get better in, and we'll see how that goes here coming up. So, but yeah, the next video you guys will see next Friday will be Rooted in Austin, episode 2, as we'll talk about the transfer window and possible moves and changes that could happen on the team. But that's it for me, you guys. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy. Stay tuned for more. Follow us on our social media down below: Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Check us out also on Twitch. And as always, keep yourselves each other healthy, like I said before, and I'll see you guys next time.